Hey, this is Adam Weingarten again. Hey, we're back with part 5 of the 4 jobs of a player in our program. In the first 4 parts, we talked about the importance of getting an education, being coachable, being a great teammate, and then to find a larger purpose that you play for each and every day. Hey, today we're going to talk about this, how we teach these 4 values using hand signals. A couple years ago, I was blessed to be in Oklahoma and on a player development or program development committee with the great Randy Allen of Highland Park, Texas. Randy is a well-known coach. He will be a high school Hall of Famer, has won several state championships and coached a lot of guys that have played in the NFL. He discussed the story of teaching his values within his program and about how he had problems with the younger players remembering what those were. And as he was talking, I was thinking of the same thing. We preach these 4 values all the time, but sometimes it is difficult for a player to repeat them back to us. So Randy talked about how he started implementing teaching these values through hand signals and why he did it. And when I listened to that, I said, that's a fantastic idea. And so when we came back from Oklahoma, our first team meeting, I sat down with our players and discussed the importance of us learning these things and how hand signals would help us retain the information. And you think about it, hand signals used with lots of things, with how people associate to groups. In the military, they use hand signals, how to communicate. And they're simple things that people come up with their friends, very simple things that we can all learn. And the thing that I have understood is that even with our players, when they come up with their own signals during a football game of how to call an offensive play or even a defensive play, they seem to remember them better. So we split our team up into groups, and we told them that they were going to be the group that was going to create the legacy of how we taught this and what they came up with and the reasons why they would be able to teach these, and we would teach these at all grade levels all the way up. So it's like this. For our players to get an education, the simple hand signal for that is this. We point up here, and that means this. Just like we said earlier, hey, get an education. If you have a great day in school, then you're going to have a great day on the field. Think before you go in the classroom. Think when you think you're going to be late, that attendance is important. Think when you think you're not going to turn in that assignment. Okay, assignments are critical. Think about it when you're going to have a great attitude with your teachers. So get an education. Think through your process. The next hand signal was this. We talked about being coachable. It was simply putting our fingers together and putting it in front of our face. So we said, hey, what's this mean? It means to be coachable. That means to lock in to what somebody is telling you. Because typically, if you're not being coachable and you're not having a teachable spirit, your mind is on things outside of what is right in front of you. So listen to what's in front of you. Focus on the task at hand. Be where your feet are. Focus, be coachable, and lock in. The next thing was this, is that be a great teammate. This is one of my favorite ones our players came up with. And I was putting these 3 fingers together, okay? That means we have to all be together. And you take your index finger and your thumb, and it makes a 0, all right? So we hold this close to our heart. So we're either all together, our team is the heart of our program. If we're not together, then we're nothing. We're either all together or we're nothing. That's one of my favorite signals our players came up with, all right? So again, get an education, be coachable, be a great teammate. And the 4th one was to play for a larger purpose. And that was we make 2 L's with both of our hands, and we hold them pointing outside of our body. And this means this, play for a larger purpose, the 2 L's, and our fingers point outside, so we have to find something outside of us that we're going to play for. Again, whether it's your friends, it's your family, maybe it's your faith life, maybe it's a goal, a dream that you have that you want to accomplish, but find something outside of yourself that you can play for, something larger to play for. So recap, get an education, be coachable, be a great teammate, play for a larger purpose. And that's our hand signals. And it's very simple. You can do this simply with your team, with your groups. We simply split them up, let them discuss it as a group, and then we let them present it in front of the team, and not just what they chose, but why they chose it. Because behind every signal, there has to be a story. There has to be a message behind each one for it to make sense and for it to retain the information. So it's real important you give them something, keep it in 1 to 2 sentences, so it gives them information they can retain and then relate, okay? Next thing I want to talk about with this, not just the hand signals, very quickly, is how can we apply these things to our daily lives? Because we're talking about building a champion for life, better prepared for the real world by being in our program. When we talk about getting education, no matter how old we are, I still think we should seek knowledge, because your brain is a muscle, just like your biceps, your triceps. If you don't exercise your brain, okay, it's going to weaken, right? So we want to seek knowledge, seek to improve. The more that we can improve ourselves, okay, the more that we can help other people. Because again, it's about service in this world. So seek knowledge every single day, okay? Next thing is this, to be coachable, all right? As we get older, all right, let's still have a teachable spirit. Sometimes the older we get, the bigger our pride gets. You know, the more that we are going to stick to our guns no matter what. But the truth of the matter is, we would have never got to that level of profession or where we are in this world if it wouldn't have been coachable. So as we get older, let's keep that. Let's stay coachable no matter what spot we get in. Let's keep a servant mindset and a humble mindset. The older we get and the more success we have, so we can continue to get better. We can continue to help other people, all right? And let's don't get stuck in our ways sometimes, okay? Next thing was this, is that, hey, we got to be a great teammate, all right? We got to be a great teammate. We got to be willing to help other people, just like people have helped us. So it's kind of like this. If I had a glass, and a lot of times it was half full of water, people always say, how do you see that glass? Do you see it as half full, or do you see it as half empty, okay? As we get older, sometimes we tend to just focus on our own glass, right? What's going on in our life? Is my glass half full? Is it half empty? We get so caught in our world. Well, sometimes it's neither. We just need to be refillers, all right? We need to be willing to pour into others and allow others to pour into us. And that's being a great teammate, okay? That's being a great teammate because you help other people and you accept help from other people. All right, so as you get older, be a great teammate and make your circle a refillable culture all the single time, okay? The last thing was this, which is play for a larger purpose. And that's just not when we're young and we're in sports and we're in a team. But as we move on, I'm telling you, every one of us are born to be special. And there's a unique plan for us to do so many great things in life, okay? So find that purpose, push yourself, all right, and just remember that every window in life leads to the next one. All right, every part of the journey is preparing you for the next thing. All right, and I always think that our greatest things are way ahead of us. All right, if we'll just keep on pursuing and don't give up. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being part of this series, and just remember always, hey, you're born to be special. Take care.